Determine whether the sequence could be geometric, arithmetic, or neither. State the possible D or R and write an explicit formula. So if I try to divide 49 by negative 36, I get 1.311, which is not the same as negative 64 over negative 49. So it's not geometric. If I go ahead and try to add 36 to 49, that's 13, negative 13, negative 13, which is not the same as 64 and 49. So this is going to be neither. For the second one, we see that you're multiplying by 3, positive 3. So my explicit formula for this would be a to the n equals a1, which is negative 2, times my common ratio of 3 to the n minus 1. We're adding 5 to get to 7, adding 5, so this is arithmetic, so my D is 5. So a to the n equals my first term plus n minus 1 times D. My last one, so for my last one, we're going to go ahead and see that it is geometric. My R is 1/4. So my explicit formula, a to the n equals my first term times my R to the n minus 1. Find the ninth term of the geometric sequence. So my ratio is 1/5. So for the ninth term, a to the 9 equals my first term, which is 1/2 times 1/5 to the n minus 1. So that's going to be 9 minus 1. So that's going to be 1/2 times 1 over 390,625, which is 1 over 781,250. For the next one, find the nth terms. My R is negative 2. So A9 equals A1, which is 3, times my R, which is negative 2, to the 9 minus 1. That becomes negative 768. For the last one, my R is 1/2. So a to the 9 equals my first term, which is 3200, times 1/2 to the 8th power. So that's 3200 times 1 over 256. So my ninth term would 12.5. So my R here is 0.1. So a to the 9 equals my first term times 0.1 to the 8th power. My ninth term here is 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2. My R for the next one is 0.1 again. So a to the 9th equals 5,000 times 0.1 to the 8th power. And that answer is 0.1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For the last guy, my ratio is negative 0.4. So a to the 9 equals my first term times negative 0.4 to the 8th power. So my ninth term is negative 0.1409024. All right, so next we find the indicated sum for the geometric series. So for the formula for this, just to reiterate, let me get back on my pen. Sn equals my first term times 1 minus r to the n divided by 1 minus r. So for the thing, we need our first term and our number of terms and our common ratio. So my ratio here is 5. So the sum of 6 equals my first term times 1 minus 5 to the power of 6 over 1 minus 5. So the sum here is 3906. For number 12, the sum of the first 8 equals my first term, which is 10, 1 minus, my rate is 1/10 to the 8th power over 1 minus 1/10. The sum here is 8.9 repeating. For the next one, we need to find your first term. So your first term is negative 1 times 1/3 to the 0 power, which is anything times 0, 1, negative 1. My second term would be negative 1 times 1/3 to the 1 power, which is negative 1/3. So my ratio is 1/3. So my sum of 6 equals my first term, which is negative 1 times 1 minus 1/3 to the power of 8 over 1 minus 1/3. So that's going to be negative 61 over 65/61 minus 1 over 65/61 divided by 3 over 3 minus 1/3. So that's negative 1 times 65/60 over 65/61 divided by 2/3, which is negative 1 times 19680 over 13122. So essentially leave it like that. I'm fine with that. For the next one, my first term is 8 times 10 to the power of 0, which is 8. My second term is 8 times 10 to the power of 1, which is 80. So my R equals 10. So the sum of the 7 terms equals 8 times 1 minus 10 to the 8th over 1 minus 10. Answer here is negative 8. Determine whether it converges or diverges. This means that the absolute value of R is greater than 1. It diverges. If it's less than 1, it converges. So R here is 1/5. So it is going to converge. R here is 1/2, again converge. And then R here is times 2, which is diverge. Find the sum of the infinite geometric series. So remember our formula is S equals A1 over 1 minus R. So S is going to equal 500 over 1 minus 0.8. Answer here is 499.2. For the next one, we need our A1 and our R, so we're going to find A1. So negative 5 times 1/8 to the power of 0 is negative 5. A2, negative 5 to the 1/8 to the power of 1 is negative 5/8. So my R is 1/8. So the sum equals my first term, which is negative 5 over 1 minus 1/8. So that's negative 5. So that's 5 over 7/8. So that's going to be negative 40 over 7. The last one, my first term is anything to the power of 0 is 1. My second term is 5/3. So I'm multiplying by 5/3. So the sum is my first term over 1 minus 5/3. So the sum equals 1 over 3/3 minus 5/3, which is 1 over negative 2/3, which is negative 3 over 2.